So we put our lashes on over on TikTok, and now we're gonna do the rest over here because I prefer Facebook when it comes to doing my makeup because it goes straight to my profile. So I like to do my makeup on Facebook because I think some of y'all watch these and try to do your makeup. I think so. Because I get questions, so I'm going to continue to do it on here. Right now we are adding a base coat. This is a soft base eye primer. So we're going to add that to our crease line on both eyes. And I'll show you how to blend it out at that crease line so it's not so, because it's going to be pretty solid. Try not to get it on your lashes, which I just did. But I haven't put mascara on my lashes yet, so that's okay. And it wipes right off. I think Facebook is the only one that cares what music you play. That's the only thing about Facebook. It actually cares what music you play. Okay, that's one eye done. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to blend it out at that crease line so that it's not so thick at that crease line. Wherever you put this soft base, that's where your colors are going to pop the most. We are doing a green today. We're going to do a green today. I've never done a green. We're not going to do bright green. We're going to do different shades of green. So we might have a kind of a bright green in there, but it's not going to be all bright. I think I might put bright green at the very, very front of the lid. But we shall see, because you know, I get to playing in makeup and it just turns out good. Most of the time it turns out good. Alright, one lid is done. We're going to do the other lid. Baby, mommy's not on Facebook. Mommy's not on TikTok no more. I'm on Facebook now. Genesis was watching me on TikTok for a little bit. And I've had some people ask if I could do their makeup, and I don't mind. I wouldn't mind doing other people's makeup. That's something that I wouldn't mind doing. So if you want your makeup done, please let me know. Show you a few tricks that you might not know yourself, or that you might put in your little tool bag for later. But anyway, we're adding the base coat. Adding the base coat. Adding the base coat. And then I'm gonna shape my eyes with this. I'm gonna clean my eye shape a little bit and blend out that crease. And I'm just trying to get the little areas that are a little a pink. You want that base coat to be pretty solid. It doesn't have to be bam in your face solid, but I mean, I guess this is a bold color. But this is about the only color that does good on my skin as far as the base. You don't want to put no powder or nothing on it because it's going to be a little tacky and it's going to hold that color real good. Okay, so I'm done with the base coats. Now I'm going to clean it up. This is my little makeup rag that I just cut. I cut a big rag into 4s. And I use these little rags when I'm doing makeup so that I don't get my other rags dirty or I don't use a whole bunch of toilet paper. Ooh, I just went too low. That's alright, we're gonna blend it out in a second here. So I'm just shaping my eyes, wiping away some of this base coat, just shaping my eyes the way I want it. And that is the way I want it. So I'm gonna go in one more time just to get the light spots. Gonna go in one more time with this base coat just to get the light spots, just to make sure I got it all, and then I'm gonna let it dry. And while it dries, I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer. So I'm just hitting the spots that I knew I want to pop, that I knew I want the color to show up really good, and just making sure I got enough base coat there. I got up early as hell this morning. I did a look yesterday, and I was out and I got a lot of compliments on that look. It was a purple look, so if you want me to do that look next, recreate that look, I can do that. Just let me know. It was really cute too. And the girl was like, I'm not staring, I just really like your makeup. Please tell me you do YouTubes or TikToks. And I was like, I do TikTok, but I lied to her because I do Facebook more than I do TikToks. Alright, so this side is about done. Just getting that outer corner. And making sure I got that bottom row. Here down at the bottom. And up here a little bit. And then on the other side, I think I'm done. I think we're good with the base coat. I'm just going to do this back angle again, right here. Because that's a little light, so I'm going to do that again. And then bring it up some, because I wiped it down too far. And then to blend out, oh, I forgot to show you that. I'm just tapping because I see some light spots. But I think that's just from me opening and closing my eye. So I don't think it's too much I can do about that light spot there. I'm going to get this here because I know I want this to be bright and pigmented. So I'm just tapping here. Okay. So to blend it out, you're just going to use your finger and you're going to go across like that. First, you're going to wipe. You're going to wipe where you don't want it. Like I got a little extra up here. I'm going to wipe that. Take it straight across. And then I'm going to bring this straight up so that it comes to a point. And on this side, this is just the base coat. This is not the eyeshadow that we're choosing for today. This is just the base coat so that when I do put the eyeshadow color on, it will be pigmented and popping. Nice and bright. Show my colors good. Alright, to blend it, I'm going to take my pinky finger and I'm just going to go across that crease like that. I'm going to get any extra that went too high. Okay, and I'm just going to drag it out a little bit. And that's blended out on that side, if you can see the difference. That's a little blended. That's not, that's just solid. So we blended this side out. Then we're going to go on this side and blend this side. We're going to take our pinky and we're going to drag it. Drag it. It's almost like an ombre effect. Not an ombre effect, but a lightening. It lightens it a little bit. Alright, so we're done with that. Hold on, let me get this real quick. Get that like that, and then get this side like this. So that when I go in with my, I'm about to go in with my concealer. Okay. Alright, that's perfect. Was my titty out? I hope the hell not. Let me put my thing on. Hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, I put my silicone bra on. I put my silicone bra on to make sure that my boobies don't fall out. Because I think I had a nip slip. I think I just had a nip slip. I'm going to go back and look. But I think I did. Alright, so that's done. I need the shape again. It's just gotta be perfect. Alright, that's good enough. We're not gonna get it perfect. That's good enough. Alright, so we're done with this. Next, we're gonna conceal. See, now I cut that, so I gotta cut this on this side. There we go. Just trying to get some of it out of that crease. Up by my nose. There we go. Alright, so next we're going to conceal. We're going to take our concealer brush. When I find it, give me a second. I got a lot of big fluffy brushes that I have not used. I'm going to put some to the side that I'm going to be using for the color. Because we're going to do color next. We're going to let this dry a little bit. And then we're going to go in with our color next. This is 2-in-1 Lash Glue Liner. Don't need that. I need a concealer brush. Is this my concealer brush? I think this is my concealer brush. I'm just grabbing some brushes that I can use when I do color. Alright, so this is BB cream. I don't want to use that. I want to use my concealer. This is Shadow Stick. That ain't got no top on it. Where's the top for that? Oh, here's some clean brushes. Here's a clean brush. Here's a clean brush. Here's a clean brush. This one's clean. This one's clean. This one's clean. I need a fluffy brush. These are clean, so I'm going to leave these out. It's about time for me to wash my brushes too. There's my concealer brush. Found it, found it. There's my eyeliner. As I find stuff, I take it out so that I can have it. There's my other eyeliner. Alright, let's conceal. So first we're going to take our small concealer brush. And I think I'm going to use this BB cream. I do have color correction, which I don't think I need that today. I don't really have any dark spots underneath my eyes. That red color correction is for dark eyes, for darker under eyelids, but I don't need that. So we're gonna go in with CoverGirl's Outlast Extreme Wear Concealer, and it's full coverage, and it is in a color Warm Tawny 872. So we're gonna conceal. We're gonna use the small brush first, and then we're gonna blend out with our triangular brush. This is perfect for under the eyes, perfect for underneath the eyebrows. I love this brush. So we're gonna go in with a small brush first, like this. And we're going to put the product where we want it. So that's going to be underneath the eyelid. Let me make sure this brush ain't all hard and stiff. I got a lot of eyelash glue. I'm just realizing that. And we are going to bake. So I'm going to get my powder out. I think I am going to bake it. Just because I don't do that often. Hey, Hey, Mom. So we're going to take this and we're going to go and put our concealer exactly where we want it. And that's underneath our eyelids. Like this. And then we're going to cut this crease right here. I'm going to cut where I have my soft base at. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I get around that, just so that that corner is nice and sharp. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna take this concealer and we're gonna put it underneath our eyes. We're gonna try to get close as we can. Don't get it in your eye, but get up underneath that eyelid, up on that eyelid a little bit. And then we're going to keep on adding some more product. I'm going to cut that crease like we did on the other side. And we will be blending this out. I know it looks a little cray-cray right now, but it will be blended out with that bigger brush that I've shown you. So we're just going to go ahead and pull this product downward like that, so that we can get in all the areas that we want it. And pull that product down like that. I think I need to bring my light in here next time. Let me step back so you can see. So I got it underneath the eyelid, and we don't want it to dry, so we're going to stop talking and get the blending. So we're going to blend that in with our concealer brush. And some people use a lighter color. This color is a little lighter than my skin tone, but not by much. I don't really like to use lighter color underneath the eye. Sometimes I will every now and then if my eyes are dark. But if my eyes aren't dark, I just use a true match color. True to my tone color. It just makes it easier when I put my foundation on to not have to worry about that lighter color showing up through my foundation. So that's the concealer. So as you can see, it's not that much lighter than my skin tone. It blended in really nice. And then we're going to do underneath the eyebrow. We're going to kind of trace our eyebrows with this concealer. This just makes your eyebrows look nice and neat and sharp. And you don't need a whole lot of concealer. You don't need like a big glob of concealer. You just need a little bit on your brush, and you're just going to go around your eyebrows. Not on, around. Because you're going to want to have some eyebrow left. You ain't going to want to cover up your eyebrow. And then I'm going to do the other eyebrow. And if you color your eyebrows in, you're going to want to do this. You're going to want to, I don't color my eyebrows, so I'm skipping that part. But if you do color your eyebrows, you're going to want to color your eyebrows first. And then you're going to want to put your concealer on. Because that way you can clean up any mistakes that you made with the concealer and everything like that. But I don't draw my eyebrows. I just razored my eyebrows yesterday. I am going to put a little color right here because the concealer got on it. So I'm going to put a little color at the ends of my eyebrows. Okay. And then like I said, you don't really want this to dry like this. So you're going to take your fluffy brush, your concealer brush, and you're going to blend that out. Which I can go right over my brows because I'm going to use my finger for this because it's not blending and I don't want it to dry like that. So we're going to blend it out with our finger. Okay, that's one eyebrow done. See how it kind of left that mark right there? Which is fine because we're going to use foundation. And the foundation is going to cover it. But that's what I mean by like when you do concealer, you're going to want to go ahead and get it done. You're going to want to go ahead and get it blended out because if you don't, then it will dry quickly. Most concealers that I've used dry pretty quickly. So I'm just going to cut my eyebrow at the end just because I feel like it's a little long. And I did add that color, so I'm just going to cut it at the end. I'm going to go one side, other side. So cut, cut. So you're kind of making an X. Cut, cut. And then on this side, it's okay. It's a little long here. So I'm going to go cut like that. And cut like that. So you're making an X. There we go. Step back so you can see. So far, this is how it looks. Then we're going to go in with our banana powder. This is number 7, W7 banana powder. And I am going to get a wet sponge. I like my coffee sponge. This one came in a little coffee container. So cute. I don't know where the container at. Is it up here? What a little coffee container so I can show you guys. My mom got me this for Christmas. And it came in a little coffee container. I don't know where the coffee container is at right now. Nope, I'm too short to see up there anyway. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and blend this real quick. just because it did dry fast, I'm going to go ahead and blend this real quick. And blend this. I like to wet the area that I'm about to add the powder to, so I'm going to wet this down here. I'm going to wet it good. I'm going to wet this down here, and I'm going to wet this over here. And then I'm going to take my baking powder, my banana powder, and I am going to tap that in. That's another reason why I don't use a light color, because when you do bake, when you do add this powder, it lightens it anyway. So there's really no need to add a true tone concealer is just fine, because when you go in with your baking powder, it's going to give you a little lightening effect anyway. I think I'm going to contour my nose today. Y'all want to try contouring? Because I don't do it. I know how to do it, but I don't do it often enough to like master the skill. Alright, so that's on there. And people like to let it sit for hours. I do not. I am going to go ahead and take my brush, fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend that in. And really, I use a powder anyway next. I'm going to do foundation. And then after I do my foundation, yeah, I didn't really need that powder. After I use my foundation, see how that's so much lighter? Yeah, we're going to take that off. We don't need that. I don't like when my skin doesn't look natural. So we're going to take this baking powder off. And yes, it will take off the concealer, so I have to reconceal. But I don't like when my skin looks ashy. And that made it look ashy. So I'm going to take this off. And we're going to conceal underneath the eye again. We're just not going to use the baking powder. I know there was a reason why I don't use it that often. Honestly, I just don't need it. It's just because I use a cream. Yes, I use a cream foundation, but I use a powder after the cream foundation. And that's setting the cream right then and there. So I don't need to bake really, because of the way that I do my foundations. And I'm just wiping this a little bit. I'm not wiping it off. I'm just blending it out. So when I put my foundation on, it's not showing through the foundation. And that was just the concealer that I had put around my eyebrows. It had left a line. You can't see it no more, but it had left a line. So we're going to go back in with the concealer. We're going to conceal under our eyes, and we are not going to bake. We do not need that light powder. We do not need to look ashy. Well, I do not need to look ashy. So I'm going to take my little brush first, and I'm going to conceal underneath my eye. I don't need to do my brows. I already did my brows. I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes. And I'm going to bring that down just so that it's blended quite a bit. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then we're going to take our fluffy brush and we're going to blend it the rest of the way in. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm just doing a little bit of makeup. Quite a few steps here, but I can do a simple makeup routine too. I'll do that next time. I'll do a simple one instead of all these steps. And I'm just blending that out. We made a uh-oh with that. I'm going to conceal my nose because I'm going to try to contour today. So I'm going to conceal right here. And I'm going to conceal right here. And on the tip of my nose where it gets, like those pores are showing today. The pores want to be open today, so I'm going to cover those. Then I'm going to take my fluffy brush and I'm going to blend this while it's still wet. And we're going to blend that right on out. Just so when we add our foundation, you're not supposed to pull on your skin like this. Like pull down on your skin, but I am. I do it a lot. And I haven't had a problem with my skin sagging or anything. So, and then I'm going to blend this side out. And then we're going to move on to the next step. And the next step is, we done base, we done concealer, we did eyebrows. So the next step is foundation, liquid foundation, and then powder on top. So first, we're going to take our liquid foundation, which this doesn't have much left of writing, but this is Black Radiance, and it's color, hold on, I got another one here. Uh-oh. Courtney called. So it is Color Perfect Oil Free Makeup by Black Radiance. I think it's both the same. Yeah, Color Perfect. And this is the darker shade that I have. And this is the lighter shade. This is Espresso. I'm going to use Espresso today. And this is Hot Cocoa. I use this more in the summertime, like when I start to get a little bit darker. So we're going to use this. And you see how that's light? That's going to be fixed with this. So we're going to take this and we're going to tap it on our skin. Take it on this side. I love how this has a spatula. This is one of my favorite makeup brands. Black Radiance is one of my favorite makeup brands. They just do us right. I also like the other foundation that I like the most. So I have two favorites. I have Black Radiance, which is what I'm putting on my face now. And then the other favorite that I like to use is Maybelline. I think it's Maybelline. Let me grab it real quick. It's Maybelline. Two different Maybellines. So, and I use them together quite a bit. I don't know if I can find it. Hold on. I'm going to use this set spray, so I'm going to pull that out. Let me see if I can find it. If I can't find it, then I'm going to say, oh well. Here it is. So, my two favorite foundations is CoverGirl's Queen Collection Natural Hue Liquid Foundation in Warm Caramel. And then my other favorite that I just put on was the Black Radiance Color Perfect Foundation. So we're going to wet our sponge and we're going to blend this out. We're going to tap, tap, tap all over. Hello, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. This will be posted on my page. So if you don't get to watch the whole thing, it's alright. It'll be on there. So I'm going to tap this into the skin. You don't have to go this fast. I go this fast because I've been doing this for a long time. So I'm going to tap this into the skin. It is going to be pretty wet, which is what I want. I want to add some moisture back into my skin. And it's not wet enough that it's running and gonna leave streaks, but it's wet enough to add some mist and do to my skin. I'm wiping it in here because of my baby hairs. It ain't enough tapping in the world. We're gonna have to get around those baby hairs. I'm going over my eyebrows just because I put concealer there, and I'm going down this nose. And as you can see, you can't see that concealer anymore. That concealer is hidden by the foundation. And I'm just going to go in one more time all over the face. I'm going to wet this one more time. And next we're going to add a powder to set it. We're going to add a powder next to set this liquid foundation. And then we'll be done with the foundation. And the base of our makeup, it will be done. So I'm just going in, tapping on that skin. It is picking up some of the foundation. I don't like my foundation to be heavy since I am using a liquid and a powder. I like it to be full coverage, but I don't like it to be thick. I'm lucky enough to have skin that doesn't really call for makeup. I do makeup because I like to do makeup. Don't really need makeup. I don't like hearing that I don't need makeup. Oh, you wearing makeup? You don't need that. I don't like hearing that because I obviously don't do it for anybody else but myself. If I don't need it, that means I'm not doing it for anybody but myself. So if you tell me that I don't need it, you're telling me that I shouldn't be doing something that I enjoy doing. Pretty much is what you're saying to me. Okay, that is done. Foundation is done. I'm going to step back so you can see. This is what we look like so far. And then we're going to go in with a powder. I think I want to use this matte and mousse real quick though. I'm going to use this matte and mousse real quick. I'm going to put some underneath my eyelid because I feel like that liquid foundation didn't do it enough justice. So I'm going to take some of this cream matte mousse and I'm going to put it underneath my eyelid. I am not going to really blend it out that much. I'm going to pull it down just so that it's not blocky. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. This is the Matte and Mousse, Maybelline's Matte and Mousse. And it is a foundation, but I'm using it as a concealer. Just to conceal this a little bit better. Pull this down. Right underneath the eye. Cut the crease. Pull that down. There we go, that's better. I felt like that was a little light. The underneath my eyes was a little light with foundation, so I put some matte mousse under there, and now I'm just tapping it into the skin, and then we're gonna go in with our powder. I need my brush. Let me blend with my brush. I need my brush. There we go. I got splatches. I feel like I got splatches and not solid spots. I don't want any splatches. I want solid skin.
I'm not awake yet.
I know, baby. Still sleeping. It's okay. Okay. That is perfect.
He's sleeping on your side now.
He's sleeping on my side?
Yeah.
Okay, baby. Thank you for telling me. So then we're going to take this powder. This is the Fit Me powder by Maybelline. I use a lot of Maybelline. This is the Fit Me powder. Maybelline is one of my favorite brands, and Alright, let's get them moving. We're going to use the Fit Me. Maybelline and Black Radiance are two of my favorite brands. But I think I've said that already. So let's get them moving. We're going to take the powder. We're going to take our wet sponge. We're going to dip it. And look how pretty this looks. So this is after we've done the foundation. This just gives it... This gives me what people say I look like. When people say I look like a doll baby, because I get that a lot, quite often. This is why, this is how I look like a doll baby, I guess. As foundation first, concealer, foundation, and then this powder, the Fit Me powder by Maybelline, and a wet sponge. Because powder can be really cakey and dry, make you look dry. So I use a wet sponge to give that powder some moisture. But it still comes out the same way that it would if you were just using a powder. So it still gives me that flawless, yep, that's why I put my silicone bra on. That flawless finish touch to it. So we're adding that. We're just tapping that into the skin. Then we're going to go up here, pat it on first, and over the nose. I don't know if I'm going to contour. I don't know if I'm going to contour though. I feel like this live is taking a long time. And I got company. So, my company still sleeps, so that's why I'm doing makeup. Getting that done and out the way so that I don't be doing makeup during his time when he wants some me time. Some of me, honey. Not some of me, but some me time. Let's get that straight. Okay, so, because that didn't sound right. I wasn't talking about, you know what, I was just talking about spending time. Alright, so we're going to put that on, going to pat it in all over. And for your baby hairs, I'll show you, just take a wet cloth and wipe your baby hairs down. Okay. I don't know why that looks blotchy. No, it doesn't. You just tripping, girl. Alright, so that is done. And it's looking flawless. Step back so you can see. There's that doll baby look right there. So now we're going to set this. I have like a blotchy spot right here, I think. I think it's blotchy, but it's probably not. But I think it is. Do y'all see that? Because I freaking see it. Alright, now we're going to use setting spray. Setting spray, setting spray, setting spray. Which one do I want to use? I think I want to use the one with the shimmers. I shouldn't have shook it. Oh well, shook it now. We're going to use this one. We're going to close our eyes and we are going to mystify. My eyelashes were sticking together. See how wet that is? See? That adds some moisture back into the makeup too. Just tap, 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 tap. Real fast, all over. Tap, 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 tap. You don't want to do too much tapping. You just want to tap that in a little bit. Bring your makeup down to your neck. Make sure that sprout down to your neck. And then you're going to want to dry. You're going to want to dry. Good morning, everybody. We are done the base. We're about to move into eyeshadow. So you came in at the good part. Because we're done with all the extra shit. Now we're about to move into the fun stuff. The base is done. While I'm drying my face, I am going to add a little bit of that soft base. I need a little bit of that soft base on this corner. What did I do with it? It's a question. Here it is. I'm going to add some of this soft base to this corner real quick. Just because while doing oops. Okay, so I put some there, and then I'm going to put some on the other side, just because when I was adding the concealer and everything else, the foundation and everything else, it kind of lost its color. So we're just putting it back where it was, just tapping it on there. Okay, so that's on there now. And I'm just going to shape it up a little bit. Like that. And shape this side. Like that. That and that. Okay, now let's get into the fun part. So I'm going to add my finishing powder because I am done with my face. So I'm going to add my finishing powder. One thing I got to do now is my eyeshadow. So this face gets no more spray or anything else. This face portion is done. Step back. And that's how the face looks. Alright, let's get into the eyes. Yes.
Should I usually dry brush? Dog, wanna go to my dad's house?
Okay, so now we're gonna get into eyeshadows. I said I was gonna do a green because I've never done a green.
Wow.
Ready to do eyeshadow, baby?
Yeah.
We're gonna do greens. Mommy's never done a green before, so we're gonna do a green look. So let me see this one. I think this one would be pretty. Ooh, look at that. You like that? Or you don't think that's green enough?
Not good enough.
I think it's green enough.
A mix with this and this would be good.
You think that'd be good together?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do a green look. Let me see what other colors I have. I have blood sugar palette that doesn't have a green, and then I have this palette.
That might have a green.
Do you think this one might have a green? Nope, it has a teal blue, but not a green.
Red.
All right, let's look at this one.
Mommy, I can use this.
Yes, we have to use a fluffy brush, but don't dig in my makeup. You're not doing makeup today. I'm sorry, babe. Not today. This is a green. Oh no, that's a blue. Silly.
That's a green.
This is a green.
This
That's a
is a-
bright green, Jen. This is a green. Yes or no? Yeah, that's a green. That's a solid green. Go ahead, put it on. Go look in the mirror.
I don't have enough.
You got enough to do one eyelid. Come back to do the other one. All right, let me see. I think I like the other green. You call me? Huh? What's up? Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry, my one little person that is on here. So, we're going to do this green.
Okay.
Yes, okay. What did you put on your lips? We're going to do this green here and a solid green. Oh, what? Mommy about to start and you can't get in my makeup? All that?
Yeah. Because my color.
Ooh, this is
I want to do my
pretty.
other eyelid.
What color did you use, baby? Come get some then. I got glare all over. Trying to find the right kind of brush. I need a flat brush, but a big one like this. This color is really pretty. It's like a money green. So we're going to add that to the front. And then we're going to add a solid green to the end. I might add a blue in the middle. That might be pretty too, since my dress got blue in it. Maybe a solid blue in the middle and then a solid green at the end. That green is beautiful. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I just didn't know how bright it was going to be, and it's pretty bright. It shows up well. Oh yeah. So we added that green to the very beginning of our eyelid. I think I'm going to add a little bit more on this side. Tap it in. Go into that crease. Go into that crease over here. And we're just smoothing it out, just making sure it's tapped in so it lasts all day. That green is really, really pretty. Alright, and then I think I'm going to go in with the blue because my dress has a little bit of shade of blue in it. So I'm going to go in with this blue. Oh, it blends with the green. I might need a darker blue. We might need a darker blue. Let's go with a darker blue. If I have a darker blue, there it is. Alright, we're going to grab a different brush and we're going to go in the blue. I haven't done a blue shadow because I was told that black girls shouldn't wear blue. And I was told this at a young age. But dang if that blue ain't pretty. That blue and that green is beautiful together. I can't remember who told me that black girls shouldn't wear blue. Just like I heard the rumor that black girls shouldn't wear blush. Or that we don't need blush, one of the two. Can't remember exactly what it was. So I'm going to add that blue right there in that center. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. It's coming out really pretty. And then we're going to do a green, a solid green at the end. Just to bring the colors together. Just to bring that green effect back in there. So we're adding the blue to the center. And we're going to try to match it so it's just as thick as it is on the other side, on this side. And then we got to go in and blend all the colors together. And I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to widen this one a little bit. And I'm going to go into that crease. I love this blue. I might do a blue look. Now I gotta do a simple look. Recreate the purple look that I got a lot of compliments on. And I gotta do a blue look. So stick with me. I know y'all be watching my videos. I could tell. I could see when y'all watch my videos. That's why I keep doing them. So that's the blue, the green and the blue. And then I'm just going to wipe this small brush off because I like it. And we're going to do a green at the end. Which is a pretty green as well. This green is beautiful. I wasn't the type to play with a whole bunch of colors, but now that I'm making videos and stuff like that, I've done a lot more. I think I'm going to start a YouTube here soon, where I'm doing makeup on YouTube. I think I'm going to set up my makeup. Well, I might have to do it downstairs, because upstairs is where I do the whatnots. That is pretty. Thank you for joining. We're doing some eyeshadow right now. And it's coming out very beautiful. I like it a lot. I'm going to take this up a notch and then bring it down here. So it's like a little wing. We added a wing on there. And I'm going to outline that with my black liner in a second. So we're going to do green on this side as well. A. 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 Let me know if you do, because I can always pause my live. Huh? I am in a minute. I'm almost done. And then we're going to take this. We're going to add the wing on this side. going to go up a little and add that way. There we go. So that way you can really see the green. And then I'm going to blend. I'm going to take a clean, fluffy brush. I'm going to take a clean, fluffy brush and I'm going to blend these colors together so they're not so blocky. Uh-oh, hold on, malfunction. Okay, there we go. We're going to take a fluffy brush and we're going to start to blend these colors together. I'm blending the blue and the green together first. Like that. And then we do the blue and green on this side. Like that. And then I'm going to wipe the brush and we're going to go into that light color. So when we go into that light color, we're going to add some to our brush and then we're going to blend out into the blue. Just like that. So add some to the brush and then blend out to the blue. And that is that. I'm gonna wipe right here. I'm gonna get that line nice and sharp. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And then we're going to take this like that. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. We're going to take this and we're just going to wipe and sharpen it up. Okay, and then we're done with our eyeshadow. So, oh, you want to take a big fluffy brush like this. And you're just going to want to blend all your colors together at the top. Take that fluffy brush and just go across the top. Just so that it looks blended nice and neat. You don't have to do this if you like your colors showing. If you like your colors showing like one by one, you don't have to do the blend. But I do the blend at the top, it looks like that. It just gives it a nice ombre look. Nice and blended look. Alright, last but not least, we're going to take our eyeliner stick and we're just going to create a line. Oh, I'm going to take a different eyeliner stick because this one's not working. Hold on, I got it working. I had to wet it. I'm going to take it and we're going to make a line right at the edge of that green. We're going to do it on both sides. So right at the edge of that green. And we did that because we're going to add under eyeliner to our bottom lid. And that just gives us a guide to where we're going to make our cat eye. Okay, so we did get a little fallout. So the easiest way to do this is to tap with the rag. And if that doesn't work, then just wipe it. A lot of time you can get that glitter up if you just tap. I am wiping, so I am going to go back in with the powder foundation real quick. I'm just wiping this off. I'm gonna wipe all this off actually, and just do powder foundation. So that's part of my short makeup, so I will show you all that next time. I'm just going to do this real quick. And then wipe off the baby hairs. Yes, baby, I can. Give me 1 second, okay? So since I took that off, I'm just going to go in with the powder foundation. Wet sponge, take the powder foundation, tap, and then tap all over. I'm almost done. Mommy's almost done. Can you give me till I'm done? Then I added that. And then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and blend it all in. And then I am all done. Oh, no, I'm not. That ain't blending. I gotta use a sponge. There we go. That powder did not want to blend with that brush, so I'm taking my wet sponge and I'm just tapping it all in. And then after this, we're all done. Just gotta spray some setting spray since I went in with the powder. So I'm gonna spray some setting spray. I'm gonna use the non-gold one. Gonna pack that in. Just blending it out, making sure everything looks smooth. Yes, I'm coming now.
Can you?
Do your Xbox. I'm coming now, baby. I'm all done. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody in a rush now all of a sudden. Mommy's in here minding her business. Not bothering nobody. Now people bothering me. Stinker butt. And then a little bit of blush. Add that little bit of blush. A little bit of blush on this side. And we are done. That just gives the face a little bit of color. So we're not all one color, which is fine to be one color. I think it's perfectly fine. I'd rather be one color than what some of these girls do and have 3-4 different shades on their skin. I don't understand it. And then I'm just going over with the fluffy brush and just blending that blush out. And this is the eyes. The lip is going to be my Vivid Matte. Gonna add that to the lips. That's like a burgundy color. Just added that to the lips. Okay, I think that is everything. Blush. Oh, just gotta do some. Just putting some mascara on the eyelashes just to make sure that the powder is not on the eyelashes. Okay, and we are all done. For everybody that joined in, thank you so much. This is the finished look for today. Green, blue, green. Burgundy lips. Stepping back so you can see. Hair down so you can see. Got wet and wavy hair today. Didn't do anything real special, just wet it down, and now it's drying. It's gonna get nice and fluffy. But yeah, that is the look for today. Thank you. Bye.